Hello everyone, welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest update across South Sudan and beyond. Today we bring you several important stories from South Sudan. We will discuss President Salva Kiir Mayardit expected visit to Warrap state concerned being raised about leadership and governance in the country, the arrest of 4 soldiers accused of transporting bush meat in a military ambulance, and new development in South Sudan's oil sector. Before we proceed, if you are new to Changfied YouTube channel, I would like you to help the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. President Salva Kiir Mayardit is expected to travel to Warrap state in the coming days. According to state official, the president is scheduled to leave Juba at first stop in Wau, located in western Barghazal state. After that, he is expected to continue his journey to Kwajok, the capital of Warrap state. Authorities have not yet announced how long the president will stay in the region. More detail about the visit are expected later. Before the president's arrivals, First Lady Mary Ayen Mayardit traveled to northern Barghazal state and later continued to Akon, her home area in Warrap state. Government officials from neighboring states are also expected to participate in welcoming the president. Leader from Warrap, Lake State, Western Barghazal and Northern Barghazal are likely to attend. Many people are asking an important question: is this an official government visit or a private family trip? A political analyst, Professor Jog Madud Jog, believes the visit appears to be more of a personal trip than an official state tour. According to him, the visit may be intended to reconnect with family members and community leaders. There are also reports that relatives want to organize a blessing ceremony where religious and spiritual leaders can pray for the president. According to this information, the planned gathering could also become an opportunity for local residents to discuss important national issues. Many citizens are worried about the economy, insecurity, unemployment, and the future direction of South Sudan. Community members may use the occasion to express their concern directly to leaders. The visit comes at a time when tensions have been growing on social media between some group from Gogrial and Awil. A recent online argument have created concern among many citizens. Some observers hope that the president's visit will help calm the tension among the communities and encourage unity among communities. If the trip takes place as planned, it will be President Salva Kiir Mayardit's first visit to Warrap state since 2023. Let's look at the debate over power and governance in South Sudan. Another major story comes from comment made by Professor Jog Madud Jog during an interview discussing the current political situation in South Sudan. Professor Jog raised question about how power is being exercised in the country and whether important decisions are increasingly being made by individuals close to the president instead of through official government institutions. One issue he discussed was public concern about President Salva Kiir Mayardit's health. According to Jog, many citizens have noticed changes in the president's physical condition over recent years. He pointed to report that the president sometimes requires support while walking and move more slowly than before. Jog emphasized that physical challenges alone should not determine a person's ability to lead. However, he says some people are asking broader questions about the country's future leadership and decision-making process. Jog also discussed the role of members of the first family, particularly attention attention has been focused on Adut Salva Kiir Mayardit, who served as a president envoy for a special program. According to Jok, there have been public questions regarding the responsibilities, authority, and transparency of the position. He also mentioned concern raised by some observers regarding business activities connected to government revenue collection system. However, Jok acknowledged that many claims currently circulating remain unverified and are based on report from individuals speaking anonymously. Jok stressed that there is no official public evidence proving some of the political rumors currently being discussed. Another issue discussed was the possibility of future leadership change within the ruling party and government structures. While rumors continue to circulate, no official announcement has made regarding any changes in senior leadership positions. Many South Sudanese continue to watch these developments closely because leadership decisions could have a major impact on the country's future. They look at the question about the president's health. During the interview, Professor Jok also spoke about President Kiir's health. He said the president remains able to stand and walk, but sometimes relies on a walking cane and move carefully. According to Jok, some of these physical challenges may be connected to injuries the president reportedly suffered many years ago. He argued that South Sudan would benefit from stronger institutions capable of providing transparency regarding the fitness of public officials for office. At the same time, Jok warned against using age or physical limitation alone as political weapon. The discussion highlights a broader issue facing many countries around the world: how leadership transition should be managed and how government can ensure stability while maintaining public trust. For now, the government has not announced any change regarding the president's role or responsibilities. Well, in conclusion, these developments show that South Sudan remains at an important moment in history. Questions about leadership, governance, national unity, and economic recovery continue to shape public discussion across the country. As President Kiir prepared for his expected visit to Warrap State, many citizens will be watching closely to see what message emerged from the trip and whether it helped address some of the concerns facing the nation today. Please, if you are new to Changfied YouTube channel, I would like you to the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Let's look at other report. Our next story focuses on wildlife protection and law enforcement in South Sudan. 4 soldiers arrested for transporting bushmeat in Juba. According to this report, 4 soldiers from the South Sudan People Defense Forces, commonly known as SSPDF, have been arrested after authorities reportedly discover bushmeat hidden inside a military ambulance along the Juba-Bur road. The incident has attracted public attention because military vehicles are normally expected to be used for official duties, especially ambulances, which are meant for transporting sick or injured people. According to Wildlife Authority, the use of an ambulance to move bushmeat is a serious matter and could violate wildlife protection law. Officials say the suspects are currently in custody while investigation continue. Authorities want to know where the bushmeat came from, how it was obtained, and whether other people may have been involved in the operation. Wildlife officials say illegal hunting and bushmeat trading remain major challenges in many parts of South Sudan. Conservation experts warn that uncontrolled hunting threatens animal population and could damage the country's rich natural heritage. South Sudan is known for having some Africa's most important wildlife species and migration routes. Many conservation groups have repeatedly called for a stronger action against poaching and illegal wildlife trafficking. Officials also warn that transporting and selling wild animal meat without proper control may create health risk. Animals can carry disease that may spread when meat is handled, transported, or sold without proper inspection. Because of these concerns, wildlife authorities said, and everyone must respect conservation laws regardless of their position or profession. They insist that no one should receive special treatment if found breaking the law. The military has not publicly released the name of the soldier involved. However, the SSPDF has previously stated that any member found participating in criminal activities can face disciplinary action and legal consequences. Many citizens will now be waiting to see the outcome of the investigation and whether formal charges will be filed. This story also raises a bigger question. Why is wildlife protection so important in South Sudan? Wildlife contribute to tourism, environmental balance, and national identity. Animals play an important role in maintaining healthy ecosystem. When wildlife population decline, the impact can spread throughout the environment. Tourism also has the potential to create jobs and generate income for local communities. Many countries earn millions of dollars every year from visitors who travel to see wildlife and natural landscape. South Sudan has enormous potential in this area. However, experts protecting wildlife require cooperation between communities, law enforcement agencies, conservation organizations, and government institutions. Without strong protection measures, valuable animal species may continue to face serious threat. For many conservationists, the recent arrest sent an important message that authorities are paying attention to wildlife crimes. Whether that message leads to long-term improvement remains to be seen. Let's move on to South Sudan. Oil production shows sign of growth. Well, now let's turn to the economy. South Sudan Minister of Petroleum has announced a significant increase in oil production in South Sudan. According to government officials, production from the Greater Pioneer Operating Company, known as GPOC, has risen from around 40,000 barrels per day to more than 60,000 barrels per day. Officials described the increase as an important achievement for the country oil industry. The announcement was made during a ceremony recognizing the leadership of GPOC President E. Yawi. Government representatives praised the company for increasing production despite the challenges associated with operating older oil fields. Many of South Sudan's oil fields have been producing oil for nearly 3 decades. Experts explain that production in older oil fields naturally decline over time. As oil reserves become harder to extract, companies often need advanced technology and new strategies to maintain production level. According to the Minister of Petroleum, GPOC introduced technical improvement and development programs that help increase output. Officials say new infrastructure also contributed to the growth. The government believes the increase demonstrates that investment and innovation can help extend the life of mature oil fields. Oil remains the backbone of South Sudan economy. A large portion of government revenue comes directly from oil export. When production rises, government income can also increase. This can potentially help fund public services, infrastructure projects, and development programs. However, many citizens continue to ask an important question. Will increased oil production improve everyday life for ordinary South Sudanese? Many people still face economic hardship, unemployment issues, rising prices, and limited access to basic services. As a result, some citizens argue that the true success of oil production should be measured not only by barrels produced but also by improvement in people's life. Economic experts often emphasize that natural resources alone cannot solve national problems. A strong institution, transparency, good management, and accountability are also necessary. Without this factor, resource wealth may not benefit the wider population. Government officials also provided updated figures for overall national oil production. According to the Ministry of Petroleum, South Sudan currently produces approximately 174,000 barrels of oil per day. Production comes from several major operating companies working in different regions of the country. Officials said they hope to increase production further in the future. The announcement reflects effort to strengthen one of the country's most important industries. However, the sector still faces many challenges. These include aging infrastructure, technical difficulties, security concerns, and disruption affecting export routes. South Sudan oil industry has also been affected by events outside its border. In recent years, disruption in Sudan have created difficulties for oil export. South Sudan depends on pipelines that pass through Sudan before reaching international market. When conflict damage infrastructure or interrupt transportation routes, oil export can be affected. These challenges demonstrate how closely South Sudan economy is connected to regional stability. Many experts believe that long-term economic growth will require both domestic improvement and peaceful conditions across the region. That's all. Please, if you are new to Changfied YouTube channel, I would like you to aid the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Let's meet on the next video.